Odyssey Radio is the third largest radio company in the U.S., owning 235 radio stations across the 48 media markets.
Odyssey Pittsburgh is home to some of your favorite stations like 100.7 Star, 93.7 The Fan, and Y108.
They broadcast the latest news, sports updates, and everything music and podcast related. Now they'll feature a new student-run show as well.
Welcome to KDKA's Next Take. We are radio redefined, covering everything from local and national news, politics, sports, entertainment, and more through the eyes of a college kid. I'm Jamie Ely.
I'm Margot Rensel.
I'm Ryan Tarabokia.
And I'm the producer, Dylan Foster.
The next generation of Pittsburgh radio is coming with students right here at the University of Pittsburgh.
Our entertainment reporter, Claire Donnellan, is here with some of the stars from KDKA's new overnight show, Next Take. Let's take a look at what they have in store for our new program. Claire?
Thank you, Donnie and Aaron. Good morning. Today I am joined by some of the most pivotal members of a new radio show hosted by some very talented college students. I'm joined by Amy Mock, as well as Dylan Foster, Ryan Tarabokia, Margot Rensel, and Jamie Ely. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your busy schedules to join us this morning. I'm really excited to hear more about your story. But first off, I know that some of you are very familiar with this studio already. We have Jamie and Margot. They have been on Pitt to the Point in previous seasons, and Dylan has been working currently on the Pitt to the Point team. So now all we need is Ryan to hop on the bandwagon. So thank you so much, and I wanted to just know a little bit more about your journey and how you all became involved with KDKA's Next Take.
Well, I can start out with that. I began here at Pitt to the Point, like you so eloquently mentioned, Claire. Worked my way up through the program, took all the broadcasting classes I could, and just one day I happened to get a phone call from Kevin saying, hey, KDKA radio really liked your stuff, they'd love for you to work on a show. And honestly, that was probably the best day of this past year in all. And yeah, found out I was going to be co-hosting with Margot and Ryan here, two of the best in the game, and Dylan, one of the best producers I've ever met, would be producing it. We just kind of hit the ground running.
That's awesome. And Amy, can you tell me a little bit more about your experience as executive producer and how you kind of keep this a cohesive group all together?
Yeah, one, it's an honor to be able to work with the students in this program. My boss, our market manager of KDKA Radio, of Odyssey Pittsburgh, came to me a few weeks ago prior and the right time to make it happen, and the right people in the right time were this group right here. He asked if I would be able to executive produce that. So as an executive producer for the program, it's a matter of working with the students to give them the right tools and the right information and the right guidance from our radio station. So the communication right now is meetings, Zoom meetings, texting, emails. We'll be meeting weekly to go over feedback and ideas and thoughts and how we can expand things and do things better and integrate with social media and all of that. So we're just thrilled to have them as part of the program, and it's we're working together. I'm learning from them as much as they're learning from us.
Oh, well, that's really incredible. This opportunity for all of you together is just truly amazing and inspiring to your peers here as well. So I'd also like to know a little bit about, as college students, you already have a very busy schedule. Could you tell me a little bit more about how the timeline and preparation works for when you're creating these broadcasts?
Well, we kind of just find a time where we all have 4 hours to spare, which is kind of hard with all of our class loads, but we've been making it work by shooting more at night, and as far as prep goes, we kind of just are always looking for stories, as most journalists are, and just write them down, send them to each other, and then we work together to create a good show and talk about everything.
The group chat that we have, that we send articles to each other, just goes insane throughout the entire day. We're just always being inundated with everything that's happening.
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing that you guys are putting this as the cherry on top of all your hard work that you've been achieving so far. And really, it is a shock. It's so inspirational to see these college students coming together to form this amazing team. And I was also curious just kind of how the University of Pittsburgh, how has that shaped your perspective on current events and preparing for this role as a radio show team?
Well, I can attest and say, as one of the oldest here, it's in the past 4 years has shown me a plethora of different points of view, from the most liberal to the most conservative, from different, races, different gender orientations, whatnot. People I never would have met back home in Lancaster, and different ideas and viewpoints I never would have met back home in Lancaster. I met here at Pitt because Pitt fosters that inclusive and diverse environment for everybody.
Yeah, and I think, as a freshman, inversely, it's just throwing you right into the fire. I got here, and I know there's other freshmen. First couple of weeks, if you reach out to Kevin, he's going to get you opportunities. You start WPTS. I broadcasted the game in my first couple of months here, which wasn't really something I was expecting. And yeah, they just put you out there. They want you to get as many reps as possible. And I think I can attest to everyone here and everyone who works on this show. It's all about just getting reps in.
Well, Ryan, Jamie, Margot, and Dylan, thank you so much. And Amy, I just have one more question for you.
Sure.
In one word, where do you see this show taking off to?
Growth. They're going to grow. They're incredible right now, but everything is going to grow. The interest from the listeners, the station, it's all going to just keep growing. They're doing an incredible thing, but you always look for let's do more. Let's keep it going. Let's it's just going to grow. It's started off awesome, and it's going to grow from there.
All right, well, you heard it here. We have this amazing new radio show segment, and if you want to catch it, you can listen to it in the 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. time slot on KDKA's radio. For Pitt to the Point, I'm entertainment reporter Claire Donnellan. Donnie, Aaron.
Thank you so much, Claire. It is so great to see some of our very own taking steps like that.